Joining us now is Garnell Whitfield Jr. As we just heard in Stephanie's report, his mother, Ruth Whitfield, was among those murdered at the Top supermarket. Garnell, we thank you so much for talking with us. It's been just over 6 months since the attack. First, I'd just like to start by asking how you're doing.
I've been better. This was a very difficult day.
Of course. You were in court today. Describe that experience for us.
Well, I mean, it was surreal being in the courtroom with the person that murdered my mom, as well as the other 9 victims. It was not something that I looked forward to, and I didn't know how I would feel, but it was much tougher than I thought it would be.
Peyton Gendron was described as having a slight smirk on his face as he walked into the court. He'll, of course, be sentenced in February and face his life in prison. What does justice look like for you? Is there such a thing in this case?
Thank you for asking that question. And for me, no, there is no such thing as justice. Whatever happens to this person is not going to bring my mother back. It's not going to repair the damage that he's done to our family. It's not going to repair our community. And so whatever happens to him is inconsequential at this point for me. My concern is, how do we mitigate the things that led to this shooting? How do we deal with the trauma that envelops our community and that we've lived with since the beginning of this country? Those are the things that I'm concerned about. And if I was going to identify what justice looks like to me, it would be to deal with all of the things that have segregated and under-resourced and discriminated against our communities and our people since this country was birthed.
I imagine this was your first time ever seeing the shooter since May?
Yeah. I mean, I think I may have seen him once. Again, I've not made him my focus. I feel no need to see him. Again, he's only a pawn in this. I'm more concerned with the systems and all the other things that allowed him to exist, that radicalized him in the first place and supported him in his efforts. Those are the things that I'm trying to focus on.
The district attorney detailed how Gendron specifically targeted the Top store with the aim of killing Black people and how he surveilled the store to hit it at the busiest time. What was going through your mind as you listened to those particular details?
Well, again, it's because of that community being segregated, because of it being a food desert, all of those things this guy knew. He understood that. He did his homework. He understood that it was a segregated community, it was a poor community, that it was the only store in that community, and that it would have, a certain amount of people, certain number of people in there at all times because they had no options. And so if he knew that, how could we not know that also? And nothing has changed in terms of that. It is still vulnerable. That population is still segregated, and all of those conditions still exist today. And so what we have to do is to work to mitigate those issues.
And in addition to the segregation, I know that this summer you testified before Congress calling for action to stem gun violence in this country. What would you like to see lawmakers in particular do?
Well, do their jobs. I mean, their jobs are to support us, to protect us, and to speak truth to power, and not take money from gun lobbies and all the other persons and entities that they get money from and hold their interests above the people's interests. I want them to do what's right, to make sure that we are safe, that we have equitable and equal opportunities in this country, that we're treated as human beings and that we're valued. I want them to call out white supremacy. I want them to treat it like the cancer that it is. That's what I want them to do.
Garnell Whitfield Jr., we thank you so much for speaking with us. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.